And good afternoon, everyone. This is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor. My name is Jim, and this is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog network. This is a directed network, and I'm net control. If at any time during this net should any emergency arise, please notify net control, and we'll stand by and allow those in need to access this frequency. Is there any priority or emergency traffic at this time? Is there any priority or emergency traffic at this time? And hearing nothing, we will continue. This net is all about ham radio and being all that you can be. That's what our Qso-Vlog network is all about, trying to help people achieve the best sounding station possible. Thanks for dropping by. FYI, my background is 50 years in commercial broadcasting, where a lot of big bucks are spent on audio processing equipment and getting it set up correctly to get the loudest, best-sounding station possible. Well, long story short, when I became a ham radio operator, I could hear immediately a large discrepancy in on-air technical proficiency. A lot of stations were running with very poor mic equalization, very muddy, with little articulation. And as I continued to work stations, I realized most of the stations were also running very low average peak modulation, many around 30% of average peak modulation. So with my background, I felt I could help, or at least try. I knew that most modern-day ham transceivers did have enough onboard processing equipment to be able to overcome most all of the problems. So it would just be a matter of developing a generic dynamic range setup procedure and then adjusting the onboard EQ gear. And so I started the Qso-Vlog network with the phrase, if you have a radio you want to check out, give us a shout. And today we're currently featuring over 2,200 Qso-Vlog Aircheck recordings. And you can access these recordings by going to YouTube and doing a call letter search for KC9VKV followed by the word logbook. That's Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor followed by the word logbook. And we also have a new series called KC9VKV Highlights. That's Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor followed by the word highlights on a YouTube search. These are some of our less technical and more human nature philosophical kinds of QSOs. That's KC9VKV Highlights on a YouTube search. Both KC9VKV Logbook and KC9VKV Highlights are segments of our main YouTube homepage of Jim's Radio Story, where we celebrate a 50-year career in commercial broadcasting, a 50-year journey from a 5-watt pirate radio station as a 12-year-old to production director of a major 50,000-watt AM broadcast facility. And the thing that makes this truly a unique story is I have the actual audio masters from all along the way. Over 2,600 shows, including many full-length major music concerts and radio documentaries. Also today we'll be running our input source indicator. So when we switch from an internet SDR receiver to our local receiver, you'll be able to hear the switch and see the switch. You'll have to check it out on our YouTube Qso-Vlog video. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net, and now let's check in and see if Charlie K1GZL is on frequency to bring us up to date on the latest 40-meter band propagation. Charlie's QTH is up north in northern New Hampshire, near the Canadian border. Charlie, got a copy? New Hampshire, near the Canadian border. Charlie, got a copy?
Yes, Jim, I have a very good copy. You're running a 7 to 5 over 9 right now. Direct, as I don't have any way of tuning in the SDR. It's a nice day. There are some scattered clouds, but it's mostly sunny, and the temperature is up to 70 degrees. That'll probably be the high. I do have a couple quick recordings, maybe moderate recordings in length, of Captain Mike. At first time, I've got him over the Mississippi River going into Iowa, and that was recorded, I think, I'm trying to think, 2 days ago, and then a few days before that, he had made a run all the way down to Puerto Rico, from Miami, Florida, to the Dominican Republic, and I got him on the ground in San Juan, but when he got over into the Dominican Republic, he was absolutely sitting on the ground, pointed away from me, the weaker direction to fire out up in this directly north in this direction, and he was peaking up to 30 over 9. So, but on 20, he was peaking close to 40 over 9 as he was heading west toward Sacramento. Are you copying okay, Jim? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. 30 over on Milford.
Yes, sir. 30 over on Milford.
Okay, Roger. And here he is as he's heading out just over the Mississippi River into Iowa.
Whiskey Charlie with 7 Echo, and I've got good Charlie at about a 5-7. You're sounding good out here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. We're on the south side of the airport, facing west. We're west facing. So good to hear you in there. K1GZL, KX4 with Charlie.
Now the Dominican
Charlie,
Republic.
yeah, we're facing south. We ran a little earlier than I expected out of San Juan, so we're on the ground in Santiago, and again, we were facing south, and good copy on you there. I think you're sounding better than you did before. You're 5.9 plus, K1GZL, KX4 Whiskey Charlie, how copy? Jim or Katie, why don't you go down to 1 watt and see if I can still hear you? That power setting, so you're still about I'd say a 5.2.
Okay, I was peaking at 2 on 0.4 of a watt. 0.4 of a watt there in Santiago, Dominican Republic. Okay, now here is the recording when he's flying westward. Now this time I was not on my south antenna. This one was on my Southern California antenna as he headed toward Sacramento, I hope.
Charlie. Yeah, great copy on you, Charlie. We just passed over the mighty Mississippi, just right now west of Dubuque at 340. We're showing 1,400 miles to Sacramento, doing about 450 knots. So it's been a nice trip so far. Just taking it easy, and been smooth up to now. There's some clouds up ahead. Looks like making static on the radio here. I did work WB7UZO. Van out in Washington on 17 meters, and he was coming in pretty good out there from Washington, and that's been it. It's been pretty quiet. I pulled out a call for WA30 earlier as we went north of Pittsburgh, but he wasn't on, and Katie's at karate today, so she definitely is not going to be on this evening.
Okay, there you are. Can you imagine what Captain Mike does with just an 8-foot antenna connected to the tail of the plane? KC9VKV, K1GZL. I hope that was readable.
Oh, absolutely perfect, Charlie. Just perfect. I have, they say the best laid plans of mice nor men. Well, I had this little flicker on some of my lighting due to, I thought what it was, the power amp. And it has a dimmer on it. So what I did was I just turned the dimmer all the way up, and then I patted down the lighting manually, shall we say, with diffusing stuff. Well, I never gave it a further chance to look at it, and so now I have this psychedelic lighting on the right side of my my set. It's kind of neat, but not what I was intending. Anyway, and I'm not sure. It could be part of running the 7300 versus my regular transceiver. I'm not sure.
7300 versus my regular transceiver. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you one thing. I had this 7300. I think it's 3 or 4 years. And it's the easiest. Once you get the idea of where things go and how to manipulate the various bands, it is so well engineered. It's a pleasure to operate. It's a pleasure to operate. You're really just with your fingertips practically, you can do all your own engineering, except of course trying to follow a schematic or something. But it's so easy to operate, and the 7300 seems to last forever. It just goes and goes, and I think I'll just go along with the 7300. Jim, go ahead.
Roger, Charlie. All right, sir. Thanks for dropping by, and as always, 73 up that way, Roger.
Sure. Thanks for dropping by, and as always, 73 up that way, Roger.
Okay, Jim, 7-3. We'll try to catch you next Friday. Try to catch you next Friday, and I hope you have a very good QSO today, helping the hams out with equipment. And KC9VKV, K1GZL, clear. 73, Jim.
Roger, Charlie, 73 up that way, sir. Have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. My name is Jim, better known in some circles as Dr. VKV, and we have a flashing set this afternoon. I think I may have to take a 5-minute break and see if I can solve that problem. It looks kind of strange. But anyway, we'll take a couple of calls maybe before then. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
Maybe before then. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
Lima.
There was a Lima station in there?
Kilo 7, Charlie, Lima.
Yes, sir. And what's the name there?
Name is Ron, Romeo Oscar November. QTH is Virginia. QSO?
Roger, Virginia. And I've just got you barely on my dipole. Let me look around and see if I can find a better path for us. If you would, why don't you give me about 10 or 15 seconds and tell me about your antenna system, Roger?
QSL, the antenna system is a homemade space flat top configuration at about 42 feet. QSL?
Yeah, Roger that. And what radio are you running today, Ron?
Yeah, Roger that. And what radio are you running today, Ron?
I am running the Yaesu FTDX 101 Delta and the Yaesu MD100 microphone.
Roger. Well, if you would be interested in our setup procedure, it starts with you making sure that you're in the wide dynamic range transmit bandpass, Roger. Wide mode 100 to 2900.
Transmit bandpass, Roger. Wide mode 100 to 2900.
QSL, this radio is already set up. I spent quite a bit of time getting it tuned the way it should be. I actually had to do the software update to get that bandpass filter setting installed into this radio because it was one of the earlier radios.
Roger, what was the stock bandpass setting?
Roger, what was the stock bandpass setting?
I think it was, I'll have to actually go look. I can't exactly remember. But it was not the one it is set on now.
Roger, so it was, I'm assuming it was a lesser bandpass, Roger, less than 2900?
Bandpass, Roger, less than 2900?
Yeah, QSL it was.
Roger that. Well, it sounds good, sir. You look to be about maybe a 4 dB dynamic range. We usually shoot for 3, but 4 is good. You have a lot of top end for intelligibility in your audio curve. So if you want to hear it, if you go to YouTube and do a call and a search for KC9VKV followed by the word logbook, we'll have it loaded up on YouTube by tomorrow noon. Roger?
We'll have it loaded up on YouTube by tomorrow noon. Roger?
Yeah, QSL. Give me your call sign again. I didn't quite write it down as you were saying it.
Roger, the call is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor KC9VKV. Name is Jim. Juliet India Mike.
KC9VKV. Name is Jim. Juliet India Mike.
QSL. I got it that time there. I will definitely go check that out tomorrow. Be interested to see what this thing sounds like. But I thank you for your time. I'm sure there's a lot of people that actually need help being set up, so I won't hold you there. But I'll put you in my logbook there, and I'll listen for you again. And thanks for everything you do for all the new operators. I'm sure they greatly appreciate it. K7CCL, we'll be clear on your file.
Roger, Roger, around 73 that way, sir. You have a great afternoon, and gosh, if you get a chance to join us next Friday, 73. This is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net, with our flashing studio lights. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
Studio lights, if you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
November 1.
I got a November 1 Papa station. Come back slowly, phonetically with the call sign.
Papa station, come back slowly, phonetically with the call sign.
November 1, Bravo.
Roger, was that Tango Bravo?
Roger, was that Tango Bravo?
Yes, sir. I missed that tango about 2 or 3 times, and finally got it on the last go around. What's the name there?
Finally got it on the last go around. What's the name there?
Number Delta Yankee. I'm located in Bath, New York. That is in the western part of Steuben County. Over.
Yes, sir. I got New York. Missed the first. I was kind of zooming around on my SDRs looking for a better path. I found you up around Arlington pretty good there. So what was the name? Repeat, please.
What was the name? Repeat, please.
My name is Randy, Romeo Alpha, November Delta Yankee. Over.
Roger, Randy. And what radio are you running today, sir?
Roger, Randy, and what radio are you running today, sir?
I am running a new Yaesu STBX10 that was a present for my half-century last weekend. Over.
Oh, Roger, Roger. Now, I should have such friends that give me presents like that. That's a beautiful radio.
Friends that give me presents like that. That's a beautiful radio.
Thank you, Jim. I have been a fan of yours on YouTube for some time, and I'm happy to finally get you on the air. I did make sure I'm in the 100 to 2900 bandpass, and the processor level is a 30. That's a 30 out of 100. Over.
Yes, sir. Okay, we've got the first half of our setup. If you would like, we could continue on to the ALC with mic gain in hand as you utter the now famous word audio, stretching the A out, but not stressing it, just stretching it, audio. And as you say audio, adjust your mic gain until your ALC meter is running mid-scale to 2/3. Roger?
ALC meter is running mid-scale to 2/3. Roger?
Roger, Roger. Audio, audio. I'm at mid-scale.
Actually, the sweet spot is halfway between mid-scale and 2/3. So if you might touch it up just a tad more.
And 2/3. So if you might touch it up just a tad more.
Roger, Roger. Audio, audio, audio. Any improvement, Jim?
Yes, sir. That looks very good. 3 dB dynamic range. Now, if you would, let's go to your equalization page.
Let's go to your equalization page.
And what kind of an equalizer does that radio have?
And what kind of an equalizer does that radio have?
Okay, I'm on the equalizer page right now. And give me 1 second here.
I'm on the wrong section. Give me 1 sec. Okay, I am finally on the equalizer page, and it has different settings if you're using the processor. It's called the PMR-TRC. I am on E01 frequency, and then it goes to E02 and then E03. Over. Yeah,
you're looking really good, and I've got a good copy on you now. You're about 15 over on Arlington, Virginia, SDR. The thing I would suggest is maybe, how is your mic gain control setup? Is it 0 to 100 or 0 to 10?
Control setup, is it 0 to 100 or 0 to 10?
Mic gain is 0 through 100, and I have the equalizer on, and I'm talking across the element. Over.
Yes, sir. And what is your actual mic gain showing as far as a reading?
Actual mic gain showing as far as a reading.
Mic gain is 84. That's 84 out of 100.
All right, drop that back to 75 and tell me about the best thing you like about your radio, and let me hear you.
Tell me about the best thing you like about your radio, and let me hear you.
Roger, Roger. The best thing I like about this radio is I can use a wireless mouse to access some of the features. I am enjoying the SP30 speaker that's attached to it. And I find it very simple to use. Over.
Yes, sir. Sounds really good. I think we got it nailed there. If you want to hear it, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV logbook, that should bring up this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 2200, and we'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. Roger?
100, and we'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. Roger?
Roger, Roger. Thank you, Jim. Thanks for the service you provide. God bless. I wish you and yours a wonderful weekend. November 1, Papa Tango Bravo, back to Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Victor. Thank you.
Roger, Roger, Andy 73, sir. Thanks for dropping by. And folks, I tell you what, I'm going to have to take about a 5-minute break here and do something with my my lighting. It's just driving me crazy here, and I think I can take care of that in about 5 minutes. So I'm going to take a 5-minute pause for the cause, and we'll be right back. This is KC9VKV.
We'll be right back. This is KC9VKV.
This is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1 Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor.
5 4 3 2 1 Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor.
Audio check for lighting. All right, no flicker. Problem solved. This is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
KC9 Victor Kilo Victor. This is Alpha Charlie 8 X-Ray Bravo. Alpha Charlie 8 X-Ray Bravo. Over.
Roger, Roger. We have someone that's tuning up on an active frequency, and it's not polite nor nice to tune up on an active frequency. The Charlie 8 station, come back with your call sign slowly, phonetically.
Charlie 8 station, come back with your call sign slowly, phonetically.
Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor. This is Alpha Charlie 8 X-Ray Bravo. Over.
X-Way Bravo Station, Roger, Roger. What's the name there?
X-Way Bravo Station, Roger, Roger. What's the name there?
Name here is Peter Papa Echo Tango Echo, Southeast Michigan. Full call sign Alpha Charlie 8. Prefix Alpha Charlie 8. and I'm just checking out a 746 ICOM I just finished repairing. I don't think I have full power, but I'm hoping at least it's working halfway decent. Over.
Yes, sir. It's on frequency, and the audio looks to be about 3 dB dynamic range, which is right on target, and the audio curve seems to be very intelligible. So I think you have done a good job on repair, Roger.
Intelligible, so I think you have done a good job on repair, Roger.
Oh, thank you very much. My power meter is only indicating about 2 or 3 on the front panel, and I don't know if I'm actually on low power, but I have you fine here, 9 plus easily.
This is...
It's been a long time. I've had it for about a year
This is...
as a receive only, and I fixed about 3 problems so far.
Roger. The name Peter, is that right?
Roger. The name's Peter, is that right?
Affirmative.
Alrighty, Peter, and what location are you, sir?
Alrighty, Peter, and what location are you, sir?
The location would be southeast Michigan. Southeast Michigan. City is Southgate. City of Southgate. Southwest of Detroit. Over.
Yes, sir, Peter. Well, I went around my SDRs. The best copy by far is Milford, so that's where we are. I do not have you on my local antenna at all. We're down around Louisville. We're just on the Indiana side of the Ohio River, right at Louisville, Kentucky. So, like I say, I'm copying you on Milford SDR. You seem to be about 7 or 8 over there. And again, your audio is very intelligible. And if you'd like to hear your audio, we are recording now live till 5. So, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording. This will be cut number 1 in a series of 2200 Qso-Vlog Aircheck recordings, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow, Roger.
Recording, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow, Roger.
Roger, copy that. I didn't get the name at your end, and also on the website KC9VKV print. Is it live? L-I-V-E, over?
I'm not sure. No. Well, we're not. Well, I am. I mean, it gets so confusing anymore. I'm live, but the show's not. We record the show and then load it up on YouTube tomorrow by noon, and so then you can find it. The name here is Jim Juliet India Mike. Roger?
Then you can find it. The name here is Jim Juliet India Mike. Roger?
Roger, Mike. No, I wasn't referring to live broadcast. I was referring to the website address, the KC9 Victor Kilo Victor plan, and I need the rest, please. Over.
Oh, yes, sir. For this recording, if you do YouTube search, go to YouTube, do a search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook. KC9VKV logbook. And that will take you to this recording, Roger.
Logbook. And that will take you to this recording, Roger.
Roger, but I can't get the, can you give me the word phonetically, please, over?
Well, it's a logbook, like you would have a logbook to write your stuff in, you know. That's what it is, a logbook.
Stuff in, you know. That's what it is, a logbook.
Roger. Thank you very much, Jim. Logbook as one word. On YouTube at KC9 Victor Kilo Victor. Thank you very much, Jim. And I'm going to try a few other bands, see if I have a 2-meter and a 50 or 6-meter working on this thing. If I do, it's the biggest step forward in a year of working on this thing. So thank you very much for the contact, and hopefully we'll
on.
This is Alpha Charlie 8 X-Ray Bravo, Kilo Charlie 9, Victor, Kilo Victor, 73, Jim.
Roger, Roger, Peter, 73, sir. Have a good afternoon, a beautiful weekend. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net, off to a kind of a rough start with some oscillating lighting in the set, but we we took care of that. We unplugged the light module, took a big pair of snippers, snipped the cable going in and cable coming out, and just took the module out of the circuit, joined the two AC lines, and voila, no flicker. So there you go. One of those quick things. But you know, you got to remember to unplug the thing before you do those cuts in the cable, because they are direct shorts. So you want to make sure that you have pulled the plug on the thing. Anyway, this is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
This is KC9VKV, and gosh, we were just pondering here a little while ago about airing some of our Qso-Vlogs on the from the highlights area, and we might try that. This first one is called Something to Crow About, so let's see how that goes.
November 2, Quebec, India, Lima.
QIO, Roger, Roger, sounds really good, sir. What radio is that?
Oh, Roger, Roger, sounds really good, sir. What radio is that?
That's 7610.
Right there, it is exactly at a kilowatt. Oh, drop down a little bit with my voice. Oh, yes, and that is a real chicken. I got a little QR chicken, Roger.
Roger, Roger. Well, he certainly excited the kilowatts for sure. That was the hottest signal that you've had, Roger.
That was the hottest signal that you've had, Roger.
I don't know. I'm an animal lover, so when it got about 20 degrees below zero last week, I kind of let him in the garage. I don't even know what he's doing here. I guess he was messing with the laying hens wherever he was living. Shut up, Henry. All right, Doc. Good to hear from you. 73, November 2, Quebec, India, Lima. Dr. VKV. We'll be out for a while.
Roger, Kenny, 73. That's Kenny and his Something to Crow About segment. This is KC9VKV. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
This is KC9V. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
November 8, Charlie, Victor, Victor.
Victor, Victor station, come back slowly phonetically with your call sign.
Victor, Victor station, come back slowly phonetically with your call sign.
November 8, Charlie, Victor, Victor.
Charlie, Victor, Victor, Roger, Roger, what's the name?
Charlie, Victor, Victor, Roger, Roger, what's the name?
Handle here is Walter. Walter's the handle just north of Detroit, Michigan, over.
Yes, sir, Detroit. And what radio are you running, Walter?
Yes, sir, Detroit. And what radio are you running, Walter?
Running an Icon 7300, and I just threw up a chunk of wire up in a tree, and I'm wondering if it's radiating. So, interesting experiment. I have it on I home brewed myself out of spare parts, and how well it's getting out. November 8, Charlie, Victor, Victor.
Alrighty, I'm using the Milford SDR at the moment, and you seem to be about 8 over on that SDR's Milford, Pennsylvania, Roger.
On that SDR's Milford, Pennsylvania, Roger.
Roger. Yeah, somehow or another, I have a pipeline to Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, and sometimes even toward the Chicago area. So, in other words, must be a lot of iron ore or something going east and west. So, anyway, I'm writing this down. I missed your call. This is November 8, Charlie, Victor, Victor.
Roger, Victor, Victor. Call is Kilo Charlie 9, Victor, Kilo, Victor. And the name is Jim, Juliet, India, Mike, and we're recording now live till 5. So if you would like to hear that radio of yours, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 2,200 Qso-Vlog recordings, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. Roger?
Qso-Vlog recordings, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. Roger?
Oh, very good. That's interesting. I could check my voice and modulation and all that other good stuff. Very, very good, Jim. Well, apparently the piece of wire is transmitting. You're an S9, by the way, an S9. And like I said, just a chunk of wire ended up taking a slingshot. And the grandkids were here who went fishing. They left, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to take this sinker and lob it up into a pine tree, and then I pulled up this wire. So apparently it worked. So thank you very much, Jim. I will check it out tomorrow. KC9VKV, November 8, Charlie, Victor, Victor.
Yes, sir. Walter, now did you just hurl that sinker up there, or did you use a rod and reel, or how'd you do that?
There, or did you use a rod and reel, or how'd you do that?
Yeah, it was already on a spinning reel, and then I went downstairs and found my old wrist rocket, which broke on me, so I ended up cutting it down a little bit, but it still worked. And it did just enough to get that sinker over a couple of branches, and then I just reeled up, literally reeled up the line with the wire, and there she is. That's the story there, Jim. Over.
Roger. Now, is this going to be a sloper dipole, or just a sloper long wire?
Be a sloper dipole, or just a sloper long wire?
Well, it's almost completely vertical to about, I would say, 30 feet. So, with J, upside, I think 30 J. It goes almost straight up.
Yeah, roger that. I lost my Milford for a moment, and I got it back now within like it all. They, you know, if you don't have a password on them suckers, they cut you off for being there too long. They cut you off for not doing anything. They, you know, just it's hard to stay on. But I love them because it gives me the chance to get another viewpoint for receiver. Roger.
A viewpoint for receiver. Roger.
Oh, absolutely, and I do check that out every now and then. It's interesting to know where you're propagating. So, good deal. So let's see. Did you say you were in Pennsylvania, Jim?
No, I'm down around Louisville, Kentucky. I'm on the Indiana side of the Ohio River, right at Louisville. Roger.
Right at Louisville. Roger.
Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. Yes, know the area quite well. Go through there. I used to go there for business over at the port a while ago, and then I retired. So now I do way more bass fishing and play with the radio a little bit more and make antenna wires. And as long as they're not too obvious, keep the wife happy. So. Anyway, a little wire isn't that horrible there, Jim. I guess I'll find out in a little while. KC9VKV, November 8, Charlie, Victor, Victor.
Yeah, roger that, Walter. I'm going back into the forgiveness time. You know, I have for years run wires here, there, and everywhere, and then you know, I never deactivated a circuit. So consequently, these little wires running here and there became cable bundles, and then really large cable bundles, like about 4 inches large. And so our bedroom, you know, we had paths. We had one cable run that ran down the middle of the floor. Matter of fact, I couldn't do anything else, but I am now deactivating. I made a note of what exactly I was running at the moment, which was like five or six things, and I could put those in one Cat 5, take the other stuff, and just start snipping segments of it. You know, I would cut it back to here, and you know, everything worked fine, and I would cut it back another 10 foot on down the road, and finally the bedroom has become a bedroom again, Roger.
A bedroom again, Roger.
Oh boy, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I have been quite proficient at hiding stuff and tucking and all that other good stuff, because my side of the bedstand has a shortwave radio, and can't be too loud, and all that good stuff. But yeah, the cables, the power supplies, it's interesting how I can hide stuff and still make the place look half decent. But yeah, my way of thinking is similar, where I rather, you know, do it.
Not nice to
get it done. I think if I asked for something, I wouldn't have hardly anything. So I totally agree with you there, Jim. So anyway, thank you very much for the contact, and I feel good about this antenna, and it must be getting out. And I guess I'll listen to myself tomorrow. I'm going to head on to a couple other frequencies. Supposedly this thing is good on, let's see, so it'd be 40, 20, 15, and 10. So, of course, different patterns and all that other good stuff. But 40 meters seems to work. So who knows? I might be on there checking it out later. I did hear that we have a lot of solar mass heading our way, so hopefully it doesn't screw up communication too bad. So anyway, thanks for the QSO, Jim. Hope to catch you later on down, and appreciate the recording and all that other cool stuff. I'll have to check it out. KC9VKV, November 8, Charlie Victor Victor.
Roger, Walter. Well, you know, we have friends that cannot speak words. They only can generate garbage. There's a lot of garbage in their life, and they love to QRM folks, very un-American, you know, messing with my civil liberties and my freedom of speech. You know, in another time, another era, I would come looking for them with a 12-gauge shotgun. They don't know how lucky they are that this is not that time. Walter 73, sir. Have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. This is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
You want to check out? Give me a shout.
Victor Echo 3, Echo Uniform.
There's a Victor Echo 3 station. Come back slowly, phonetically, with your call sign.
Slowly, phonetically, with your call sign.
Victor Echo 3, Mike Echo Uniform, Mike Echo United.
Roger, Mike Echo Uniform, and what's the name there?
Oh, Uniform, and what's the name there?
The name is Mike, Mike India Kilo Echo. It's been quite some time since we've spoken, and it's very much my pleasure to hear your voice. Just QRP at the present time, 3.5 watts from this little QRP. I was wondering when I was down, I've had a few reports, but I would definitely be interested in yours.
Roger, Mike. Well, you certainly are a brave one to be coming out into the world with 3 watts on a day like today. It's not a good propagation day, and there are others that want to make sure that it's not a good propagation day. But Mike, I did hear you in and out there, so you are making the trip if you want to hear your audio. If you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 of some 2,200 Qso-Vlog Aircheck recordings, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow, Roger.
It's uploaded by noon tomorrow, Roger.
Okay, very good. I do appreciate it. I won't hold you up any longer. Thank you for what you do. KC9VKV, Victor Echo 3, Mike Echo Uniform. Bye-bye.
Roger, Mike, before you go, sir, what's your location?
What's your location?
The location is just south of Toronto in Ontario, Canada.
Roger, and what is the name of that 3-watt Master Blaster?
Master Blaster.
It is the TR-USDX. TR-USDX. QSL?
QR-USDX, is that a Roger?
QR-USDX, is that a Roger?
TR Tango Roger QSDX.
Yes, sir, Mike. Thank you, sir. 73 up that way, sir, and I hope you enjoy your recording there. Definitely like it. What if you said Don Quixote with the windmills and all that stuff, running uphill with a 3-watt Master Blaster? Takes guts to do it, but you did it, you know, and everybody said you couldn't do it till you did it, and there you go. 73, Mike. This is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
Have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
On my local antenna now, for receive, I'm always on my no SWR resonant dipole antenna for transmit, but on receive I've got 3 10-foot vertical magnetic loops, one aimed at 0 degrees, one aimed at 90 degrees, one aimed at 134 degrees, and I run them as scanners. 2 of them have rotors, but I find that rotors are just too slow, so we run 3 10-foot vertical magnetic loops as scanner antennas, and it works really well that way for my local receiver. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout. I hear a challenge out there. Come back and try your call sign again, please.
Come back and try your call sign again, please.
Oh gosh, I'm up for all challenges, and this is going to be one. I heard you. I went down to Arlington, or over to Arlington. I had a better copy there for 2 or 3 seconds, but it's really coming and going. I'm not copying you too well anywhere. I'm not copying you on my local antennas, and I'm just barely copying you on the Arlington SDR. Try one more time with your call sign. Let's see if we can make contact.
Try one more time with your call sign. Let's see if we can make contact.
You know, I think what it is, it's a matter of equalization for your microphone. You're very mid-rangey. So mid-rangey that it's hard to hear the words. If that radio has an equalizer, and if you knew how to get to it, I would say crank in a lot more top-end EQ for intelligibility. I would say maybe 3 or 4 clicks treble EQ boost from where you are. If you can't do that, then why don't you take notes, and maybe somebody that could assist you later on. So that's plus 4 clicks treble boost from where you are. 4 clicks additional treble boost from where you are. Roger?
From where you are. 4 clicks additional treble boost from where you are. Roger?
Yeah, this is K4KJ, Kilo 4, Kilo Juliet. Are you able to copy, sir?
Yes, I am now. I can copy you fine, sir. Come back slowly phonetically with your call sign.
Yes, I am now. I can copy you fine. come back slowly phonetically with your call sign.
Yeah, kilowatt 4, kilowatt Japan, kudos for King Jesus, K4KJ, over.
K4KJ, roger, roger, what's the name?
K4KJ, roger, roger, what's the name?
Yeah, handle here is Paul Papa Alpha Uniform Lima. We're here in the shack with my grandson today, Hunter. He was trying to make the contact a minute ago. His name is Hunter, over.
Ah, yes, sir, yes, sir. And where is home for you guys?
Yes, sir. And where is home for you guys?
We're located in Winston, Georgia, about halfway between Atlanta and Alabama.
Okay, I've got a Georgia SDR on. Why don't you come back and give me about 10 seconds? Tell me about your antenna system and see if I can find a better path for us, Roger.
See if I can find a better path for us, Roger.
Right now, we're actually just... vertical. Hunter and I had put up a dipole last year right before field day, but it's gotten taken down throughout the year. And Hunter's down here visiting with me from Wisconsin, and we always try to be on the radio for just a little bit. And ETH is about halfway between Atlanta and Alabama in a little city by the name of Winston, like Winston. Over.
Yes, sir, Paul. Well, believe it or not, I'm copying you better in Arlington than I am in Georgia. So who knows what fates await us. But anyway, what radio is that you're running there, Paul?
What radio is that you're running there, Paul?
We're running a Yaesu FT840 here. Yaesu.
Roger, roger, copy 840. Well, sounding good. If you want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 2200 Qso-Vlog Aircheck recordings, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow, Roger.
And I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow, Roger.
That sounds wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and let Hunter sign off with you. 7-3, but I'm going to let Hunter sign off with you.
7-3, K4KJ, QSY.
Yes, sir. Good job. Good job. You're going to be an excellent amateur radio operator. Tomorrow, you'll probably take your test overnight and nail all the way up to... President of the Amateur Radio Club, 73, sir. This is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. We're looking for you. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
We're looking for you if you have a radio.
Yes, the call sign here is Whiskey 1 Kilo Henry Zulu, W1KHZ. The name here is Mark, Mike Abel Roger King.
Okay, I got the call sign, KH Zebra. What's the name?
KH Zebra. What's the name?
The name here is Mark, Mike Abel Roger King.
Roger, Mark, and whereabouts are you located, sir?
Roger, Mark, and whereabouts are you located, sir?
We are located in Citrus Hills, Florida.
Well, Florida, my old hometown, not my hometown, but my home state. I'm from down around West Palm, and left that area as a 21-year-old child. Went to North Carolina, Fayetteville, North Carolina, for my third radio job, I think it was. But I miss Florida, you know. I'm sure it's nothing like what it was, but I probably would have to learn Spanish to go back to West Palm, Roger.
Would have to learn Spanish to go back to West Palm, Roger.
Yeah, a little bit, especially if you went to Miami. So, yeah, very good. I was wondering if you'd give me an audio check. Does the audio sound all right on this?
Well, I tell you, we could snap it up just a little bit. It looks to be about a 5 dB dynamic range. I think we could pull that to a 3. You would sound a lot fuller if you would be interested.
If you would be interested.
What did you say, increase the mids?
No, we would increase the dynamic, we would actually decrease the dynamic range. You know, dynamic range is a difference between the loudest and the softest sound that you will utter. In other words, if I would put a VU meter on a PA system that you were speaking on, my meter would be showing a 10 dB fluctuation between your peaks and your valleys as you spoke. All right, that's nice, but when it comes to transmitting radio, we want to fatten that up a little bit so it's easier to be heard over the noise. So we want to take that 10 dB unprocessed signal and kind of squish it down to a 3 dB dynamic range, which is still, the words are just perfectly clear, perfectly clean, but you're just loud. It starts first with two things. Actually, the determination that you're in the 100 to 2900 bandpass, transmit bandpass mode. That will give you the best frequency response capabilities of your transmitter. That is called wideband 100 to 2900. If you know about that, and you are, fine. If not, you could take a note to check that at a later time. Your transmit bandpass should be 100 to 2900, Roger?
Should be 100 to 2900, Roger.
Okay, I can change that right now. Let me change that figure right now. Let's see, I'm doing it as we speak. Let's see. Yep, that's 100 to 2900 right there.
Okay, then we move to our compressor, first thing in the setup procedure, and we want that compressor on, and a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, depending on how it's marked. We just want a third of that compressor capability, something that you'll never hear on the air, but it helps us achieve our 3 dB dynamic range. So compressor on and a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100.
Compressor on and a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100.
Yeah, okay, I have the compressor on now. I don't know if you noticed any difference on it.
Well, this is such a slight amount. A 3 out of 10 is a slight amount. The thing is what we do at the end. It all cumes up. The next thing after we have a compressor on at a 3 is move to your ALC meter with mic gain in hand, and as you say the magic word audio, stretching the A, don't stress the word, just say the word audio, and you take your mic gain and adjust to where your ALC meter is running mid-scale to 2/3.
Is running mid-scale to 2/3.
Okay, well, we're about 2/3 right now. So we have been through that. I know what you're talking about on that.
All right, but I've spent $1 million finding the perfect word for that. It's audio. It is so plain. It gives you such a nice visual reference to exactly what that meter's doing, Roger?
Reference to exactly what that meter's doing, Roger?
Okay, audio, yes.
All right. I'm still not sure. You're absolutely correct, but you're probably ballpark. But then I would move to the equalization page, and I would crank in 2 dB additional treble boost from where you are. 2 clicks boost treble EQ from where you are.
2 clicks boost treble EQ from where you are.
Any difference in that?
Well, why don't you tell me about your antenna system for about 10 or 15 seconds?
Your antenna system for about 10 or 15 seconds.
Yeah, the antenna here is an 80-meter doublet, and it's probably up about 45 feet. The rig here is a Flex 6300, and the amplifier is a homebrew LD Moss. And that's what we're running here.
Roger, Mark. Just for kicks, what is your mic gain reading at the moment?
Mic gain reading at the moment?
Well, it's just a number. My mic gain here is set at number 42.
All right, drop that to 32. Drop it to 32, and then tell me the best thing you like about your radio.
32, and then tell me the best thing you like about your radio.
Okay, it's at 42 now. You want me to bring it down to 32?
Yeah, so slip it down to 32 and tell me in 10 or 15 seconds the thing you like best about your radio.
In 10 or 15 seconds, the thing you like best about your radio.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's down to 32. The mic level is right now. Yeah, again, it's the Flex 6300, nice radio. The microphone here is an RE27. And again, the amplifier is an LV Moss homebrew. I built it, and it has a 7-inch display with a 7 by 4 inches high. And again, that's what we're in here. That's what we're in here. Back to you, W1KHZ.
Roger, Mark, I think that sounds a little bit better. You might have been just a little too hot going into your ALC, and you were kind of like a 2 dB dynamic range, and when you pass 3 dB, words start to blur. So that's when I wanted to pull back to a 3 dB dynamic range, which you have now. Everything is nice, clear. And if you want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording, and then we'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow, Roger.
This recording, and we'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow, Roger.
Okay, sir, thank you very much for your help. I appreciate it. You coming in here nice with your radio. What are you running for equipment?
Right today I'm running my 7300. I haven't run that for about a year, but I thought maybe it needed a little airtime, Roger.
I thought maybe it needed a little airtime, Roger.
Yeah, the 7300 sounds great. Yeah, I haven't heard one yet that sounds bad, so that's a good product. All right, thanks again. Appreciate it. Take care, 73. This is W1KHZ.
Roger, Mark, before you go, what radio is it that you're running now?
Roger, Mark, before you go, what radio is it that you're running now?
I'm running a Flex 6300.
Roger, Flex 6300. Well, 73, Mark, and you have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. If you get a chance, join us next Friday. We'd love to have you. This is the Friday afternoon, Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
Okay, thanks again, 73s.
Kilo 8 Echo Juliet Uniform.
Uniform station, come back slowly, phonetically with your call sign.
Uniform station, come back slowly, phonetically with your call sign.
Kilo 8 Echo Juliet Uniform.
Echo Juliet Uniform, Roger. What's the name there?
Echo Juliet Uniform, Roger. What's the name there?
Andover, Larry, Northwest Ohio. Very nice signal in Ohio, over.
Roger, Larry in Ohio. And Larry, what radio are you running today, sir?
Larry in Ohio. And Larry, what radio are you running today, sir?
Running the Yaesu DX10, just 100 watts. That's all, over.
Yes, sir. Well, the first 100 watts is the most important 100 watts, so that radio is achieving its main goal there. Sounds really good. How long have you had that radio?
Its main goal there. Sounds really good. How long have you had that radio?
Oh, boy, I don't know. Going on 2 years, I think. When they first came out in January. I don't know if this year or last year, but it's been a great one so far, over.
Yes, sir. It looks good. I'm looking at it. Actually, one of the main things I use is a VU meter. I don't know if you know what that is. Not many things have actual VU meters anymore. They're mainly like lights, but this is an actual VU meter. And I spent 50 years looking at VU meters in my broadcast career, and I can probably tell you where that meter needle is going within a nanosecond after it takes off, just by the velocity of how that meter moves, you know. And I can tell dynamic range by looking at the VU meter, and I've got your voice peaks set to 0. And as you increase your, well, actually as you reduce your dynamic range, the meter hangs more, if you know what I mean. It doesn't bounce, you know, because it's being, the audio is being reduced, compressed, and you know, it's like a normal speech would be a 10 dB dynamic range, so that meter would be flopping around. But as you continue to shrink the dynamic range, the meter ceases to swing as much, said simplistically. And so I can tell that you're right now running at about 3 dB dynamic range, which means that your average percent of peak modulation is somewhere around 80 to 85%. Roger?
Is somewhere around 80 to 85%. Roger?
Oh, very good, very good. Yeah, I don't understand all that, but thank you for the report. Yeah, we've had this one. We got when we bought it, we got the serial number 4. So we've had it a long time, and sure enjoy it. Over.
Yes, sir, and so you should. And if you would like to hear that radio in action, we are, like I said, we're recording now, have been. And if you want to hear your recording, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook on a YouTube search, that will take you to this recording. This will be cut number 1 in a series of 2,200 Qso-Vlog Aircheck recordings, and I'll have it posted up by noon tomorrow. Roger?
Recordings, and I'll have it posted up by noon tomorrow. Roger?
Okay, Roger. That was Victor Kilo Victor. Roger?
Yes, sir. KC9VKV. Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor. Roger?
VKV. Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor. Roger?
Roger. Very good. And on this end, Larry. Been listening to you a few minutes there, so thanks for coming back to me and giving me a report. Like the radio, a couple other up on the shelf here. One's a 7300, but I still come back to the DX10. Roger?
Yes, sir. Well, you're keeping company with some mighty fine radios. Roger, Roger?
Company with some mighty fine radios. Roger, Roger?
Yeah, Roger. Yeah. Doing great on this end. Age 82. Got my ticket back in 1957. Roger?
Roger. Now, Larry, let me just ask you, what is the main thing that you've noticed to be different about amateur radio today as to amateur radio when you first came aboard?
Okay, well, a lot of things have changed. Did a lot of modes over the years. And the main thing today I cannot believe where the price of H-rigs have went. Over.
Oh, yeah, Larry, but now, you know, let's face it, I bought a, let's see, it was a 75 bird in 1970 for $7,000, you know. That radio would be, I mean, that car would be probably $70,000 today, right?
That car would be probably $70,000 today, right?
Yes, Roger. Went through many of them over the years, like I say, many modes, and like I say, this one's serial number 4, and we've just kind of settled in. The 7300 sets here, but it just seems more like home with the DX10, Roger.
Yes, sir. Now, I must tell you, Larry, that in my estimation, the 7300 has one of the finest transmitters that has ever been made. It's the limiter in that 7300 is just a perfect limiter. It's a Stonewall limiter, and you set that in that, your peaks coming back are right on the nose every time with that 7300, Roger.
Right on the nose every time with that 7300, Roger.
Roger. Okay. I don't know. There's just something about the receiver that doesn't quite fit me. I don't know why. It's all right, but the receiver on the DX10 just seems like home, and I use the 7300 on and off, but still stick with this one. Over.
Roger. Well, you know, there's an art to setting up a receiver. Mainly, I've been, interested in transmitters. And that's what we've been doing for the last 5 years, is transmitter setups for folks, assisting them in achieving the maximum capabilities of their transmitters. But on receive, we go to particular links to get the best receiver audio possible, and part of that is achieving just the right RF gain in the front end, that it doesn't suck up between words. In other words, you have to adjust that RF gain to where when somebody ceases speaking, the noise level stays the same and doesn't cume up in back of them. That way there is no compression, so there's no compromise in the receiving. And that's what I found a little difficult about the 7300, is getting that gain set just perfect to where there is no, you're just below the compression, RF compression level of the receiver, Roger?
RF compression level of the receiver, Roger.
Roger. Okay, great on the RF gain. I have played with that a little, and we'll continue to keep the rig. Everything I've heard about them, they say they sound great on transmit, Roger.
Oh yes, sir. That's my forte with it. I've spent 5 years setting those transmitters up, and I've just, that's the only, for a long time that was all I knew about that 7300 was the transmitter, because that's all I heard setting them up. I didn't have one of my own, but my Elmer managed to get me one. He said, you need to check this out. So he got me a 7300, which I used for about 3 months or so, mainly in the receive mode, comparing it with my other receiver, my main receiver, and I've just found that just overall great radio, I think, Roger.
Just overall great radio, I think, Roger.
Okay, yeah, Roger, receive, Roger. Well, we're not going to get rid of it. We'll keep playing with it. Any other hints for receive besides using the RF gain, over?
Yes, don't use the noise blank, and don't use noise reduction. They're detrimental to the actual audio receive. So do not use the noise blank or the noise reduction. Your preamp should be that number 1 mode, or no preamp. It should be no preamp, and then adjust your RF level to where you have no signal coming up on that RF, the meter. You just adjust it just below it's showing there, and you'll be right. A lot of times what I do is I tie my RF level control and my AF level control together, and you move them as one control. Roger.
And you move them as one control. Roger.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's different. Okay, that's the thought. We'll keep that in mind. Yeah. For the price, really, I paid a little more for mine when they first came out. 7300s were a little cheaper, and they're kind of higher price now, but we'll still keep playing with it, over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And thank goodness that you have managed to keep up with the tariff. In other words, your work has given you a certain amount of reward to be able to afford the nicer radios, Roger.
Afford the nicer radios, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, like I say, many years on the air, many modes, and we just, at 82 here, we settle on single sideband, just enjoy talking to people. It's a lot of fun, Roger.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I've got a little secret that you might try, and that is to leave your ALC meter out. So you can look at your ALC meter as you speak your QSOs for something to do, to occupy your eyes. And the challenge is to keep that ALC meter in the sweet spot by voice control. And so as you look at your meter and as you're speaking, you're making your voice control that meter to keep it right in the sweet spot. And a little bit of practice over a couple of weeks, and you'll be amazed how you can just keep that meter right in the sweet spot, Roger.
How you can just keep that meter right in the sweet spot, Roger.
Oh, okay, yeah, Roger on the ALC. Very good, very good. Yeah, boy, I guess there's a lot of people that sure enjoy the 7300. They've sure sold a bunch of them, Roger.
Oh, yes, sir. It is the radio of the century. You can say what you want about the other radios, but that 7300 outsells them all, and will for the foreseeable future. It's just they're having just unbelievable problems keeping the 7300 in stock, Roger.
Unbelievable problems keeping the 7300 in stock, Roger.
Oh, okay. Still very wanted, I guess I would say. Very good market for them there. Okay. All right. Thanks for your advice there, and we sure gonna hang on to the 7300. At my age, is something to try, and easy to put two of them on the desk, Roger.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, let me jump out of here, Larry. 73 to you, sir. I've enjoyed it, and hope that you get to check out your audio by going to YouTube and doing that search for KC9VKV logbook, and that will bring up this recording, and we'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. So 73, Larry, and we'll catch you later, sir.
By noon tomorrow. So 73, Larry, and we'll catch you later, sir.
Roger. We'll have a look tomorrow. Been my pleasure. Thank you for all your advice there, and we'll keep playing with the old 7300 there. VKV, KDJU. Have a great one.
Yes, sir, Larry. 73, sir. And with that, I see by the clock on the wall there's a dead fly. Ooh, so we got to get out of here. We have enjoyed it. Hopefully you have also. And if you have participated, want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube and do the call letter search, KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording, be cut number 1 in a series of 2200 Qso-Vlog Aircheck recordings, and we'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. So with that, we'll be returning this frequency back to normal amateur radio use. This is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, clear.